Joining us on this digital edition of Fox 32 Chicago News at 9, I'm Dane Placco. We're going to start by taking a live look at North Michigan Avenue. Right now, where the Magnificent Mile Lights Festival ended a little earlier this evening. Still some pretty good crowds downtown, as you can see. However, there was a very heavy police presence tonight following a rash of violence downtown last night. And that chaos caused by hundreds of teens flooding the loop prompted by social media. And it led to a shooting, several shootings that killed one teenager and injured 8 others.
The worst case scenario came to fruition last night.
Second Ward Alderman Brian Hopkins was in the loop Friday night as hundreds of teenagers ran rampant in the hours after the ceremonial lighting of the city's Christmas tree.
What I saw was teens with tasers, stun guns, bear spray, and mace, using it on police officers. You could tell that the atmosphere was ripe for a confrontation.
All of it happening despite the presence of hundreds of Chicago police officers, alerted by days of social media posts organizing a teen takeover. The shooting started just before 10 o'clock outside the Chicago Theater on State Street, wounding 7 teenagers ranging in age from 13 to 17. All were hospitalized with gunshot wounds, none of them life-threatening. Less than an hour later, another shooting a few blocks away at 140 South Dearborn, leaving a 14-year-old boy dead and an 18-year-old in serious condition. Mayor Brandon Johnson said parents and guardians need to be responsible for their kids.
Incidents like last night set us back as a city, and it evokes fear. Our young people have to understand that they should not attend these unauthorized events that have been advertised on social media. They are extremely dangerous due to the number of individuals that may be carrying weapons, especially semi-automatic weapons.
Less than a day after the loop chaos, massive crowds were back downtown for the annual Magnificent Mile Lights Festival, along with nearly 1,000 Chicago police officers. That's double the normal number for that event. Police used barricades and city trucks to block streets and control the flow of pedestrian traffic, making an organized takeover more difficult.
I see so many cops and so many streets are closed.
Friday night's teen violence is prompting some aldermen to take a look at reviving the bill passed by the council last summer but vetoed by the mayor, giving police the power to issue snap curfews when they see trouble brewing.
We'll look for some potential changes that could make it more acceptable to the mayor. Clearly, a majority of the city council wanted this ordinance prior to last night's bloodshed. If anything, even more of my colleagues, I think, would support it now.
Police also recovered 5 guns during last night's downtown violence, and they made 18 arrests. All right, let's take another live look outside on what has been a cloudy and really kind of a dreary Saturday across the Chicago area. But there is some sunshine heading our way this weekend. Mark,
yeah, in fact,
tomorrow, huh?
We'll see a lot more sunshine coming our way tomorrow. We started out with some sunshine earlier this morning, but yeah, it didn't want to stick around very long today. Temperature has actually made it up into the 50s today. We're going to continue to see those 50s again tomorrow. In fact, I think we'll see temperatures tomorrow around 55 degrees. So look for skies to continue to clear out overnight tonight. Temperatures dipping back down into the upper 30s. And then tomorrow back up into the mid-50s again as we head into the day coming up on Monday and even into Tuesday. High temperatures today, yeah, we did 52 officially at O'Hare, a lot of 40s elsewhere. Temperatures right now 45 at the lakefront, 47 at both of the airports, 40s most locations. But as the clouds clear out, we'll dip into the 30s before we're back up into the 50s tomorrow. Some rainfalls on the way coming up late Monday and into Tuesday. I'll tell you about that in a moment.
Thank you, Mark. A mixed martial arts event in Cicero turned tragic Friday night when one of the fighters collapsed and later died. 31-year-old Isaac Johnson was competing in a heavyweight Thai boxing match. Now, according to the promoter, Johnson collapsed near the end of the 3rd and final round at the event called Matador Fighter Challenge that was being held in Cicero Stadium. Cicero paramedics rushed Johnson to Loyola Hospital in Maywood, where he died a few hours later. The promoter says Johnson passed the physical before the fight that is required by the state. Now, it was his first ever Thai boxing match, we're told. He was married and had a young daughter. The Illinois Department of Financial and Professional Regulations, which oversees athletic fighting in Illinois, has now launched an investigation. Arlington Heights police are investigating the deaths of two men. It happened at a condo complex in the 1500 block of Central Road around 4:30 yesterday afternoon. Police say both men were found unconscious in a utility room with traumatic injuries. They say both were beyond medical care. We do know the two men had an employment relationship as a supervisor and an employee. It is still unclear, though, how they died. A community meeting taking place today in Avalon Park, days after a mother and her young son were attacked while they were walking home from school. Today, that boy was honored for his bravery.
You've truly been a shining hero in Chicago's 4th District. With great power comes great awesomeness. We love you, we support you, and we're so proud of you.
That is 9-year-old Devon Lee Jr. Community leaders at the 4th Police District Council meeting presented him with the Super Kid Hero Award for his efforts to protect his mother and sister. Cell phone video shows a group of kids punching and kicking Devon and his mother as they were walking home from Orville Bright Elementary School on Monday. They were each taken to the hospital. The boy's sister was there as well, but she was unharmed. So far, no arrests have been made. The boy's father says the days since the attack have been tough, but he is very proud of his son.
He was brave. I appreciate that, and I want him to grow up to always be brave. Protect your sister and your mom at all times. Even when I'm not around them. It's hard. I cried every night, every day. I woke up this morning crying. I just want justice. That's it. That's the main thing. Justice for all the other victims, too, so nobody needs to be bullied.
The Chicago Teachers Union says it held a meeting at the school this week. Members claim the attack was preventable and predictable, citing ignored safety concerns, a lack of security, and few after-school programs. The union is also demanding accountability from the district. There's a potential problem with the ceasefire between Israel and Hamas. Israel launching several deadly strikes in Gaza today. One strike targeted a vehicle in Gaza City's Ramal neighborhood. Several other strikes targeted 3 different homes in central Gaza. At least 24 people were killed and more than 50 others were wounded. Israel says the attacks were in response to a, quote, armed terrorist crossing into an Israeli-held area and shooting at troops. In another statement, the Israeli military says it killed 5 terrorists. Gazan officials, though, say the majority of those injured in these attacks were children. A big political shakeup to report. Georgia Republican Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene announcing she is resigning from Congress in January. The longtime Trump loyalist is now at odds with President Trump on the Epstein files and some other key issues. Madison Scarpino has more.
Greene has always been one of the most outspoken supporters of President Trump, but her recent criticism of him on things like the Epstein files and healthcare has led to him calling her a traitor and wacky. So she's now saying she doesn't want her congressional district to endure a hateful and harmful primary.
I've always been despised in Washington, D.C. and just never fit in.
Greene posting a 10-minute video Friday night slamming what she calls the political industrial complex. And she goes on to say, no matter which party is in power, quote, nothing gets better for the common American man or woman. She also criticizes the recent government shutdown, the cost of living, foreign aid, and more. Greene then talks about her long-standing dedication to the president and how loyalty should be a, quote, two-way street.
My only goal and desire has ever been to hold the Republican Party accountable for the promises it makes to the American people and put America first. With that has brought years of non-stop, never-ending personal attacks, death threats, lawfare, ridiculous slander and lies about me that most people could never withstand even for a single day.
Here's President Trump responding to all of this.
I just disagreed with her philosophy. She started backing perhaps the worst Republican congressman in our history, this stupid person named Massey. And once I left her, she resigned because she would never have survived a primary. But I think she's a nice person.
Greene's resignation will soon make the Republican House majority even slimmer, bringing it down to 218 members once she leaves. In Atlanta, Madison Scarpino, Fox News.
A number of food giveaways taking place in the city today ahead of Thanksgiving. Manny's Deli gave away 500 meal kits at Lawndale Community Church. And that adds up to about 3,000 meals. The meal kits include, get this, corned beef, rye bread, Manny's mustard, dessert from Eli's Cheesecake, and apples from Seedlings. Manny's Deli says even though SNAP benefits recently resumed after the government shutdown, people are still struggling to feed themselves.
We're just very proud at being from Manny's. I'm fourth generation owner here that we were able to do this. So really big thanks to our customers and everyone else who helped donate. And we're just excited to be able to help everyone out and give them a little bit better holiday.
During the shutdown, Manny's held a giveaway where customers who had a SNAP card could receive a free meal. The owner says he had money left over from the donations people gave at that time, and he used that for today's giveaway. Mayor Johnson taking part in a turkey giveaway on the South Side. He handed out food to people at the South Side Islamic Center. The Council of Islamic Organizations of Greater Chicago organized this event. This is the third year they ran this turkey giveaway. And Roseland Community Hospital hosted its annual turkey drive today. Families getting a free turkey and a hot meal. In this year, the hospital gave away, they say, about 500 turkeys. Friend Health is opening a new community health center in the Back of the Yards neighborhood. It's 15,000 square feet. This facility will offer adult and pediatric primary care, maternal health, and mental health. In addition to housing on-site pharmacy with discounted prescriptions and a full-service laboratory. One band, one sound, one bandwidth. Coming up next, how a local organization is giving Chicago youth new hope through the sound of music. Some students on the West Side are getting creative with music. Bandwidth provides free music training and a space where they grow stronger together. Their new building just opened in East Garfield Park, and photojournalist Jacob Karb takes us inside Hope and what it sounds like.
This is a really good community.
My favorite part is like just showing up.
We're opening up to the community our new performance space for youth and the entire community to enjoy. We do offer band, choir, dance, drumline, and studio engineering.
The impact that this program has had on my life is like I learned many valuable life skills, and not just music. Like, it taught me how to be patient, kind and forgiving, and like, you know, how to be a better person.
I've been in this organization since 3rd grade. This is a really good community for people who are just out there, who want to find some a place to be, some instruments to play, a place to feel loved, a place to feel supported for your dreams. This is the place to come to.
Any facet of the performing arts develop a child holistically. So socially, emotionally, it also boosts morale.
For the choreography, I didn't want to do any of that because I was so shy, but then after years of doing it, I'm like, this isn't actually so bad. Once I break out of my shell, it actually helped me like be more confident in my dances. It helped me like get over my fears.
I was so eager to try and be the best on drums, do better at drums, even while still figuring out my rhythms and all that. Being in bandwidth taught me time etiquette, taught me just proper etiquette to perform well, how to apply yourself to college, mainly just how to put yourself out there and be a better person than you came in.
Having this building is a tremendous opportunity for Bandwidth to grow, reach more young people, engage the community, and give back through the arts.
My favorite memories coming here is when we go on tour and we get to see how many people appreciate music.
And we all like come together as a big group.
It was just performing in school gyms, then started applying us, getting books for gigs, stuff like that, like Andy's Jazz Club, Talia Hall. We played with the Blackhawks a couple of times. We played with the Bears drumline back in 2023. That was like the best performance we had, especially with all them eyes on us.
When the community knows that they have a safe space for their young people, and then ultimately a safe space for the adults in the community and the people around the community, it breeds positive growth and development within a community.
You can sign up to help or get your child involved on their website. We have more information on how to do that at fox32chicago.com. Well, there's a new holiday light show opening on Chicago's North Side. It is called Santa's Rock and Drive-Through Light Show, a 1-mile driving route that features over 100,000 lights, all synchronized to music. There are also guitar-playing Santas there, we're told. It's located in the Cubs remote parking lot. That's in the 3900 block of North Rockwell, and will be open through the end of the year.
Huh.
Looks nice, doesn't it?
Yeah, that looks pretty cool.
Doesn't feel a whole lot like Christmas right now. In fact,
Not quite
it'll be pretty
yet.
warm tomorrow. Huh?
Yeah, we're going to be up in the mid-50s tomorrow. It will feel a lot colder coming up towards the end of the week. We're in the 30s for Thanksgiving, and then also as we head into the weekend, and it's going to chill right back down, actually a little bit below average. So we're a little bit above average today and tomorrow, and a little bit below average, and when you average that all together, I guess it turns into average. 47 degrees right now, winds out of the west-southwest at 13 miles per hour. You know, I had forecast a little bit of sunshine this afternoon. We got stuck in this bank of clouds that finally is pushing away from us. We will be clearing out overnight tonight, and as we do so, these temperatures that are in the 40s now will fall into the low 40s, eventually into the upper 30s for overnight low temperatures. So, band of clouds moving away, band of snow up to the north across the Straits of Mackinac, but no snow in our immediate forecast. In fact, we're going to stay pretty mild. 55 tomorrow, 55 on Monday, mid-50s again on Tuesday. Some sunshine around tomorrow. I think we're going to see sunshine most of the day tomorrow. Monday, most of Monday should be dry. However, as we head towards the very late afternoon and into the evening, I think there's potential for that to change. We likely will see some rainfall move in during the evening. Definitely will have rainfall Monday night into early Tuesday morning. Some leftover showers on Tuesday then as well. Futurecast, again, quiet and dry tonight, sunshine and dry tomorrow, and dry with a little bit of sunshine to get us off on Monday morning. But again, clouds filling in, and here comes the rainfall later in the day on Monday. Looks like a pretty good soaker for most of us, and we need some rainfall. The rainfall bank is pretty much empty. Temperatures today mostly in the upper 40s. Tonight we're down to 36 degrees eventually. Tomorrow daytime highs back up to 55. A nice gentle wind. And then your 7-day forecast, again, it's calling for temperatures that will be in the 50s for Monday and Tuesday. After that, we've got temperatures back into the 40s. Decent travel for Wednesday, Thursday 36 for Thanksgiving, and 30s remain for the weekend as well.
All right, we'll enjoy tomorrow. Thank you, Mark. While the Bears wait to find out whether they'll face Aaron Rodgers tomorrow, their defense took another hit today. We're going to have the latest updates to the Bears injury report and who might be the next man up, at least for tomorrow. That's coming up next in sports. Time now for sports, and it has been the big question all week. Will Aaron Rodgers play tomorrow against the Bears? Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin told reporters Friday, quote, "We'll see where the weekend leads us." Well, here's what we do know from today's news. The Bears defense will have its work cut out for it. The Bears have placed linebacker Tremaine Edmunds on injured reserve. NFL Network's Tom Pelissero reports he'll miss 4 to 6 weeks. Edmunds injured his groin late in the fourth quarter against Minnesota last week. He leads the team in tackles and is tied for second with 4 interceptions. Running back Rashawn Johnson was also placed on IR. Meanwhile, both Jalen Johnson and Kyler Gordon have been downgraded to out for the game after they were full participants in practice on Friday. ESPN's Jeremy Fowler reporting earlier that the Bears are hopeful they could both come off the IR this coming Friday against the Eagles. That's a game you'll see right here on Fox 32 Chicago. That's if all goes well. Even before today, the Bears already had a hefty injury report. Their top 3 linebackers, Edmunds, TJ Edwards, and Noah Sewell, were already ruled out. 2 other starters, Jaquan Brisker and Theo Benedette, are questionable. All this with a short week coming up after Sunday's game. Here's Fox 32 Digital's Chris Kwiecinski.
With Tremaine Edmunds now on injured reserve, and with TJ Edwards and Noah Sewell also ruled out for Sunday's game against the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Chicago Bears return to DeMarco Jackson and Ruben Hippolyte II for majority of their snaps at linebacker. Amen Ogbagmabiga and Carl Jones Jr. will also see some snaps there. However, they will mostly be on a special teams basis.
Be sure to tune in to Fox 32 Chicago Sunday morning at 9:30 for Bears Game Day Live. Lou Canellis and Anthony Herron will have you covered for 90 minutes leading up to kickoff between the Bears and Steelers. Cassie Carlson, Tina Nguyen, Jeff Joniak, and Tom Thayer will be live at Soldier Field with coverage there as well. Then, after the game, head over to Fox 32 Chicago's digital and social platforms for After the Whistle. Tina will be joined by former Bears QB Jim Miller and ESPN Radio's Pat the Designer to break down the game from every angle you can think of. All right, to college football now. Northwestern playing the second of their 2 games at Wrigley Field this season, taking on Minnesota. Under 2 minutes left, tied at 35. Second and long for the Wildcats, Preston Stone takes it himself, a big 12-yard gain. Stone also had 305 passing yards and 2 touchdowns. And that sets up a 33-yard field goal attempt for Jack Olson, and Northwestern takes the lead after trailing by as much as 15 in this game. Now, Minnesota would get into field goal range with 3 seconds left. Brady Denneberg from 40 yards for the tie, but no good. Wildcats win 38-35. It's their first win at Wrigley Field. They're bowl eligible for the second time in 3 seasons.
It means a lot to these guys. It means a lot to all of us to secure an opportunity in the postseason with the bowl bid, to get a win for our seniors in their last home game, and for it to be in a fashion that we had to battle, scratch, and claw, and so proud of this group.
What a day for number 9 Notre Dame taking on Syracuse. First quarter here, Fighting Irish up 14-0. Joseph Filardi's pass picked off by Leonard Moore, who returns it for the touchdown. Between defense and special teams, the Fighting Irish went up 21-0 without a single offensive play. Third quarter here, it's 49-0. Jeremiah Love finds a hole up the middle. He takes off a 68-yard touchdown. Love finished with 8 carries, 171 yards, and 3 scores. Notre Dame scores 70 in a game. Get that, 70 for the first time since 1932. It was a special night at the United Center as the Bulls inducted their second Ring of Honor class during halftime against the Wizards. This group consists of 4 members of the first three-peat: Bill Cartwright, Horace Grant, and John Paxson, and assistant coach Johnny Bach, along with their play-by-play man Neil Funk and player and broadcaster Norm Van Leer. The game has just gone final. By the way, the Bulls winning this one, 121-120. Sounds like a good game. We'll be right back with a final check of the forecast after this break. Well, it looks like tomorrow is shaping up to be the nicest day of the week, huh?
Yeah, you know, I think it really is. Not only will we be about 7-8 degrees above average, we'll have some sunshine. We need some rainfall. It comes in here Monday night into Tuesday. Temperatures there look pretty mild, and then we're into the 30s for Thanksgiving.
Not bad at all. Thank you, Mark, and thank you for watching this digital edition of Fox 32 Saturday. Remember, Good Day starts at 7 a.m., and now you can stream Fox 32 Chicago on your smart TV with Fox Local. Have a great night.
If you misplaced your card, slide to the right and the card's locked. The Chase mobile app has card lock. Locked, unlocked, locked, unlocked. And it has encryption technology to help you keep your data